Hi guys, welcome back. Today I want to share one of the things that I hear about the most from people who are dreaming of starting a business or writing a book or launching a podcast or anything that involves sharing their dream with the world. I say all of this from a place of total empathy because I have done all those things, and this was probably the hardest thing for me to face and to get over. And so today, I really hope to help you find some reframes around the fear of worrying what others will think. I'm going to share with you different perspectives that have helped me get over that fear and actually be able to share my message and my truth with the world, and I hope help you be able to do the same. Now, the first thing I want to offer is that this is not a trivial, silly fear. This is actually something that makes so much sense if you think about it from an evolutionary perspective. You are kind of wired to worry about what others will think of you. Like back in the day, if you ostracized yourself from a group or the tribe, you actually had to worry about survival. And whether it was from a lion or a drought or a famine or whatever it may be, there was safety in numbers. And so it's something that is wired in you. It makes sense that you just have this primal innate desire to be liked by others. I'm actually working on a book where one of the chapters is a lot about this, where it talks in depth about both this kind of primal, biological, genetic predisposition that we have to caring what others think and being afraid that they won't like us, but then also culturally and societally, we receive so many messages that reinforce this as well. So the first thing I want to just put out there is it's not silly. If you have this fear, it's okay. It's actually life bringing it to the surface into your awareness for you to now work through it. You wouldn't be aware if you weren't ready to shift some things around it. So take it as a sign that your soul, in all of its wisdom, knows that you are ready to finally see this in yourself and you're ready to make some shifts around it. And I hope today can help you take some leaps there so you can get some reframes that support you as you begin practicing this bravery in your life. All right, so the first thing to remember is that most people are not actually thinking about you. The people you are so afraid of are thinking about you are probably not. And you can think about this in your own life and habits where you are probably preoccupied most of the time with your own family, your health, your friendships, your children, what you're making for dinner, who you're going to visit for the holidays, when the next vacation is, what's going on at work, that you're not having a ton of time to be worrying what the neighbor or the person posting on social media is doing, right? And other people are the same. Even if you share something and they have a thought about it, they probably have that thought and then they go on with their day and the rest of their life, just like you do. So all these people you're so afraid of are thinking of you. Number one, probably aren't. Okay, and number two, reframe two is even if they are, they're probably thinking of you for 10 seconds, and it is so not worth you giving up on your dream, on your message, on your truth for them to have a 10-second reaction to you. So think about, again, your own habits to prove that this is true. If you scroll social media and you see someone post something that even you strongly dislike, you probably think about it for 10 seconds before you go on with your day. And that's a normal, healthy, natural human reaction to have a feeling and then move on. And so they're probably doing the same. And once I realized this, it helped me realize that people could have their feelings to whatever I was doing, and it would probably last a few seconds, and then they would go on with their life just like I did in my life. And so for me, it helped me rationalize that I wasn't going to be giving up on my dreams that I'd held since I was a little girl, just so that I could avoid someone's 10 seconds of discomfort that I probably wouldn't even know about anyway, because most people don't even tell you about it. They just go have the thought and then move on with their life. So first thing is, most people probably are not thinking about you. I mean that in the best way possible. Second thing is, even if they are, it's probably for 10 seconds, and no one's 10-second judgment is worth you giving up your dream in order to avoid that 10 seconds of discomfort. It's just logically does not stack up, right? The third thing that has really helped me is that we're all entitled to our own truths, and you can write what you want to write in your book. You can say what you want to say on your YouTube channel or your podcast. You can put your message out there on social media. And even if there's people who don't like it, they are entitled to go create their own book or YouTube channel or podcast where they share their message as well. Like the fact that there are people out there that leave comments, on the internet, to me, I really started to lose some of the attachment and worry that I had around that when I realized this is my perspective based on my life experiences, based on the work that I've done, the books that I've read, the experiences that I've had, my own heart and truth. And someone else is more than entitled to go and create their own art and creativity around their truth if they so desire. Most of the time, it's easier to just leave a comment on social media than it is to go create a body of work like a book or a podcast episode, or to write an article, or to start a business in whatever they're passionate about. And so it's easier to just vent on your channel or whatever it is with a comment than it is to actually go and create something. And so I just hope that can help you start to shift it and remove some of the fear around what if others don't like what I do. That's fine. They can also go and create their own channel in that case, but this is your book. This is your podcast. This is your channel where you are allowed to share your heart and your truth as well. All right. So everyone gets to have their own channel, but that doesn't mean you have to be worried about encompassing every possible person's beliefs. This is your channel, and everyone else can go create theirs as well. So that just really helped me alleviate a lot of the fear I had around worrying about, what every single person will think before I posted. I was like, this is my truth. Everyone is welcome to go create their own representation of theirs as well. Another thing that I really remember, and I hope can help you, is to only take advice from people who are where you want to be in some aspect of your life. So why would you take advice from someone who doesn't have a marriage that you want to have? And they're giving you love advice, but you're looking at them thinking, I know that is not a happy, healthy relationship. You would never take advice from them, right? So the same can be true when it comes to any of your hopes and dreams. If you want to start a business, but your friends and family are talking you out of it and saying, you'll go broke, it's so scary, why do you need to do that kind of thing? Look at their lives and their careers and see if they have a business that you admire. Do they even love their job? Do they like their career? Have they built something that is the path you want to go down? If not, you can never be taking advice from them because they simply cannot see the way that you do. I heard someone once say that it's called vision because only you can see it. That's why you have the vision and someone else doesn't. They have their own vision because they're the ones meant to see their vision. So whether it comes to finances, to your career, to a podcast, to a book, to anything, be very mindful of who is giving you advice, and more importantly, what advice you are allowing in and accepting as your own. I have a friend that always says, you are the keeper of your own mind. And I really have come to appreciate this, where I think you have to be a little bit more vigilant when you are daring to dream outside of maybe your environment or your community. You have to be mindful of the voices that you take in, and the news that you watch, and the social media that you absorb, and the thoughts that you think to yourself. And part of that is filtering it. There's a certain layer that you can control and you can protect in terms of what you actually let into your world, but there may always be a little bit that gets in or gets thrown at you that you don't choose. And then you have to decide what you accept or what you don't. So you are the keeper of your own mind. Do not take advice from someone who is not living the life that you want to live, because they cannot see the steps. They cannot see the mindset that you need. They cannot see the desire even in your heart and understand why you would have it. So a lot of times people will project things that are their own fears or rationalizations. And if you are daring to do something different, it might signal to them like the excuses that they've given for why they can't do that thing start to feel a little bit less valid. And so that's scary to confront. So there's all kinds of reasons people will tell you things and tell you that you can or you can't do something. A lot of the time though, it's projecting. They're trying to prevent themselves from really feeling any uncomfortable regret. They're trying, even well-intentioned, to keep you safe from discomfort, but only take advice from people who are living the life you want to live, whether it's in your career, a business, a dream that you have, a relationship, etc. That one has really served me and just been a good reminder when I get unsolicited advice to check where the advice is coming from and if I need to reorient a little bit there. And the last one that I want to share with you that's really helped me as well is that no one who's ahead of you will criticize you. So whenever I see a beginner on social media, like someone who's brand new to posting, or they're launching a business, or I can just tell that they're new at something, I would never ever comment and make fun of where they're at, or even in my head criticize where they're at, because I would know how brave they have to be putting themselves out there and taking a risk. I know the exact thoughts that they've gone through to be able to actually cultivate their message, to clarify it, and then to share it with the world. And to do it can be so scary. It can feel so alone. It can feel like you are really, I don't know, on the edge, like you're teetering on something that no one maybe around you has done before. And so anyone who's been through that process has so much respect for even the beginners who are brave enough to take a chance on their dream, who are brave enough to put their message out there, who are willing to take a chance when so many people their whole life will sit on the sidelines criticizing the people out there taking a chance, but are too scared to do it themselves. So any mean comment that you get on social media or online is from someone who has not been brave enough to do what you're doing themselves, because they would never ever criticize you if they had. So to me, that's just kind of softened the blow if I ever get a negative comment or things like that, is it's like no one ahead of you will criticize you. So just keep going. The people who have done what you want to do, they respect you, they see your hustle, they see your tenacity, your commitment, your willingness to try and to fail publicly, and they admire you. Even if they are 5 or 10 years ahead of you, they have been on that journey, so they respect it and they admire you. So to me, it's like I've been doing a lot of work in my life around visualizing like a team around me in different areas. And this could be one that you think of where even if you've never met the greats in your area or your arena, just sensing and feeling that their support and encouragement is with you can make it feel like you're not alone, like you are on this journey with them. How incredible. And it can just make what sometimes can feel like an isolating journey at the outset start to feel a lot more encouraging and supported in the beginning. All right, so those are 5 reframes to help you worry less what others will think about you, to show up fearlessly, and to share your heart and your message with the world. Again, they are: 1, in the kindest way possible, no one is thinking about you, and that's a good thing. Number 2, even if they are, it's 10 seconds of their life, and no one's 10 seconds is worth you giving up the next 5, 10, 30 years of your dream life. It just isn't. Number 3, they can go write their own book, their podcast, their channel. They can share their message on their own platforms, but you're entitled to share your message on yours. It's okay if someone disagrees with you. They can have their platform if they really want it, but you are allowed to have yours. Number 4, only take advice from people who are where you want to be and that you admire. And number 5, that no one ahead of you will criticize you. They are rooting for you. They are the silent team that has your back and the hands that are carrying you forward to your dream life, whether that is the business, the book, the podcast, the move across the world, whatever it may be. Just seeing you in that and your willingness to try and your bravery to figure this out. And again, just know that this coming up for you, there's something in your higher wisdom that knows you're ready to shift this. That's why you can see it. So take whatever works for you from this, work on it, think about it for a little while, come back to the next thing, see how things change in your life. And just believe me, you can go from someone like I was that was terrified at every single post what others would think. I mean, I used to post about my new blog post every weekday in the morning before I'd go to work in my corporate job. And I would just pray for the first like to come in, because for me, it felt like this validation that, okay, like it's not this awkward thing sitting out there just waiting for someone to like it or judge it. And like, have seen the growth in that from being someone that can have hundreds now of podcasts and YouTube videos and book and another book on the way and more books that I have in mind to write. It's like, if it's possible for me going from that scared place to now just feeling a lot of joy and trust and excitement around sharing, then imagine what you can do. You may not even be starting back where I was. So, all right, I hope this is helpful. Make sure you subscribe, leave a comment, let me know how this helps you, where you're at, what resonates, or what you're working on next. And so grateful for you being here.